Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo and we're here at the South Park Center and I'm here with Cameron with his movie, A Mother's Soliloquy. Let's take a look at a clip. Cameron, thank you so much for your film. I've got so many questions. I'm so happy that we got to do this in person as well.
Me too. Fire away.
Fire away. But for those that haven't seen your film, tell us a brief synopsis.
So A Mother's Soliloquy is an experimental dance film that explores alcoholism and the struggles of recovery. It follows a mother as she takes a moral inventory and struggles her way through the 12 steps before facing setbacks.
I was so amazed of your artistic vision. Like, I really, really was, because this is a suffering that many, many people go through. And the way you told this story was just, had so much context to maybe what one goes through in that situation. And I just was amazed. Where did the inspiration come for you? And also the way you wanted to orchestrate it in creating this particular film?
Yeah, so Soliloquy is a really personal film. I grew up with an alcoholic, and so that was something that I was kind of coping with the aftermath of. And so I knew I wanted to make something personal. So in a way, the film was kind of like therapy.
Yeah.
But a lot of the inspiration for the film came from other dance films. Anima by Paul Thomas Anderson was a huge inspiration for me. I really love that film. I come from a dance film background. I'm not a dancer, but I've always loved movement.
Yeah.
And so Soliloquy was kind of my attempt of blending dance film with experimental narrative filmmaking.
It was so clever, like so clever to watch. And I just want to say a big thank you, because I know it's great how it turned into therapy for you when you've been through something like that. But I just think how much more education and therapy you provided for now an audience to kind of feel as well. Let's just talk a bit about how do you go into creating this, choreographed, experimental, kind of film. Like, how did you kind of know initially how you wanted to sort of like lead the way, and kind of maybe what kind of were some of the challenges that you kind of had doing that?
Yeah, lots of challenges. The approach was a little bit different than there's no dialogue, so the script itself wasn't super helpful. We didn't really reference the script much on set. I knew I wanted to incorporate the metaphor of mirrors as kind of this self-reflexivity. But as the idea was fester, the first thing we actually did was the music. So
beautiful.
Yeah, Pratik Rajagopal, an incredible composer. This was our first collaboration, and we spent a good 5 months on the music. And as he was writing it, I was storyboarding it, and we used 3D programming to figure out the exact angles of the mirrors. The mirrors were actually on wheels, so they were moving around. And
was that challenging with cameras and stuff?
Extremely challenging. It's super challenging. The mirrors were melting, and it was a headache. Yeah. But it was really fun. The whole thing was put together on a shoestring budget.
Yeah.
So everything was handmade. And then the actress Camila, she was phenomenal and really helped to carry it. Yeah, no, she's super blessed to have worked with her.
How do you? Because listen, it's amazing when you've got a script and an idea, but you're kind of really going off things like storyboards and everything else. How do you work with? she was brilliant. How do you work with an actor? In that dynamic, how is that journey with you as a director to an actor?
Yeah, so I really love working with dancers as actors, because I find that they are able to be expressive in a way that a lot of other people struggle with. So I approach them really just from internal going outwards. So instead of worrying about the script or about line readings or about even perfecting choreography, it really is just conversations about what is this person going through, what is this mother going through, where she's all grieving this son that she can't connect with. So a lot of it comes from I really love letting actors just kind of take the stage and not really saying anything, maybe guiding them. One of the most powerful moments for me on set was the first time Camila came on stage, we had all these mirrors set up, and it was her first time, I think, actually seeing what I meant when I said all these things. And so I told the crew just to leave, and I let her just have the space, and she really broke herself down. She started throwing up and writhing on the floor and screaming, and at one point she was lying there completely just devastated, and the other actor, David, I just pushed him in gently and told him to go pick her up, and he picks her up, and the two of them just walk together off stage, and that moment was where all the chemistry came from, was just from that.
Oh, I mean, it was really powerful to watch, and I really I thought the production design and the ideas behind it was fantastic. Thank
you.
Like really good, and so it really came across on camera. I'm so curious, like, you know, and again, I thought when I met you, I thought he's made about 40 films. I'm like, oh no, he's just started his career. This is incredible, and so it's credit to you for incredible vision. I can't just continue to see more of your work. I'm just, you know, for you, it's a very touching subject, and many people go through this thing, or they might know someone that's kind of gone through it. And I think it's going to be very therapeutic, educational for a lot of people as well as enjoying this wonderful, you know, creative experience. What did you want your audience to take from your film?
I really wanted this film to open conversation. It was the most rewarding thing that happened from this film was that it actually was screened in part of the curriculum of several rehab facilities.
Really?
That's
incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, back in my home in Texas, it was introduced and was used to start conversation between parents and their children. So that was extremely rewarding, seeing like the actual benefit that comes out of art. But yeah, I wanted this to just kind of be a way of sympathizing with the disease that is alcoholism and those who are suffering from it, because it's not glamorous and it's not fun and it's really painful. And so I wanted to make something that was raw and honest about it. And
honestly, I think it was very beneficial making it in the style that you did, because I think a lot of what one goes through, whether you're being affected by it personally or you're knowing someone who's going through it, it's not actually really something you can share in words, you know, and I think you really got the essence of the feelings and the process through the way that you orchestrate through dance and experimental, so credit to you.
Thank you.
What is next for you?
So I have a slate of short films coming out soon that I've been working on in school. The most recent one that I've done is called Anti-Venom for a Snake. It takes place in 1993 New York, and it follows a drag queen suffering through the HIV/AIDS pandemic. Yeah, so I was super blessed to have worked with Jason Rodriguez from the FX show Pose on that. And Blake Young Fountain from The Skinny, and it was really fun. That's we're just starting to send out to festivals.
That's fantastic.
And then I've got a number of other experimental narrative stuff on its way as well as you know, developing a feature that I can hopefully pursue after graduation.
Wow, this is before graduation, people. Just want to just remind you, okay? So, you know, being where you are in your world right now, like maybe other film students out there going through the process, do you have any advice you've had in your career thus far you want to share?
Don't take no for an answer.
Yes.
Do not take no for an answer. Being an experimental filmmaker at a very traditional Hollywood school like USC has posed a number of challenges. And, you know, you get professors with great intentions, but who are, you know, saying this isn't going to work. You shouldn't do this. Do it this way. This way is tried and proven. You can't follow their bullshit. Sorry if I'm not supposed to say that,
okay.
but
late night show, it's fine.
But no, really, you know, I think it's important to hear where people are coming from, but at the end of the day, trusting your gut, I think, is super important. And just, you know, I think doing new things is super exciting, and if you let people shoot down your ideas, then, you know, I think that's a tragedy.
Yeah. Okay, next Ryan Murphy. Okay, there we go. No, well done. Thank you so much for bringing your film to us, and thank you for sharing your story. And, you know, I know already it's helping so many others, and there's nothing more blessed than that, than being able to help, you know, others through your stories. So thank you very much, Cameron.
Well, thank you so much. It's been awesome. Thank you.